They say 1 in 5 young people in London are unemployed. That's unacceptable. So what Urban Synergy did was take action, connect young people with role models, someone who's done it before, showing them the way to reach their fullest potential. Pilots, lawyers, scientists, doctors, Usain Bolt, entrepreneurs, people from the chase, all different professionals. It's not just a tick box, it's actually social mobility in action, but we're consistent in the young person's life. Young people are vulnerable, can pull you in the wrong direction. Urban Synergy needs to be part of that positive network to become inspired in a different pathway, able to see young people that we've known from primary school working in the city. That shows the blueprint model really works.
What does the day in the life look like for you?
Busy.
It's so much fun, and they always do so well. There, but we raised £25,000 last year.
And it's £35,000 this year. Not just academics. Activities that we do builds confidence, learn new rules, see new environments, and then meet new networks.
So do you think there's like a misconception that Urban Synergy just gives them job opportunities?
That's not the case.
50,000 young people. By 2027, what's driving that ambition?
50,000 smiling faces. Couldn't have done it alone. I've got an amazing team.
Well, welcome back to Been There Done Chat. I'm Garima Oja, and my podcast is all about life experiences and thought-provoking discussions. I'm so excited for today's guest.
Oh my gosh. So am I.
We've got Leila Thomas.
Thank you.
You come as well.
Oh, do I? Okay.
Would you like to introduce yourself to everyone?
Sure. I'm Leila Thomas. I am the CEO and founder of Urban Synergy. High five. Nice to be here. Thank you, Garima.
Excited to have you. So before we get started into like who you are and your journey with Urban Synergy, for the people who are listening who might not know what Urban Synergy is, just to start off, what is Urban Synergy, and then why did you feel like it was needed?
Okay, so Urban Synergy is a youth empowerment and social mobility charity. It was needed because going back many years ago, I used to manage a team of men in the city in technology and very quickly became the go-to girl. How do we get more females into technology? And however, when we looked across the city of London, we noticed there's a lot of underrepresentation in different areas. And why wasn't this talent coming through? So what Urban Synergy did was take action and create a bridge for young people to access a wide range of professional jobs, a bridge from school to work, basically. So we're a youth empowerment and social mobility charity, helping young people to reach their fullest potential.
Honestly, when I found out, because I've had the pleasure of knowing Urban Synergy for about 1.5 to 2 years now, and just everything we're going to talk about is just, it's a charity so close to my heart, and the passion that you put into it, just behind the scenes and everything, like you're an amazing person. I'm just so grateful to have you and to know you.
Welcome. It's so important.
It's so important. But before we get into like everything with how you started and the charity itself and its mission and everything like that and what it entails, I want to take it back to the beginning and just know a little bit about your background a little bit.
My background, okay.
So where were you born, where were you raised, and was giving back and charity work always kind of in the works for you growing up?
I think it comes from family, right? And we inherit values from our parents, where it all starts. So my parents, Jamaican descent, very proud. Parents are very charismatic, and they're also very giving. So I inherited, I believe, this is where I got it from. I inherited it from my amazing parents. Okay. I also have my aunt as well. She used to work in an investment bank.
Wow.
So she was an amazing role model as well. And I saw kind of the lifestyle that she had. It was quite inspirational. And I thought, oh, that would be really good. So I kind of got those values. And so I had a family network. So I suppose that's where the journey really came from. It came from, having that giving kind of culture, and how can we help young people in the community that we saw that were looking for opportunities. How can we share the opportunities, the access of the things that we have, where we've achieved in work? How can we share that with other young people so they can access those jobs as well?
Amazing.
Really simple.
Where were you born?
In Greenwich, southeast London.
Yeah. And so fast forwarding a few years then from there, you mentioned as well that you built a very successful career in tech.
Yes.
And so how did you get into that, first of all? And did it teach you anything that you kind of use today?
Oh, gosh. Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely. It's funny, actually. If I go back to school, I was one of those young people that in their school reports was quite chatty.
Yeah. Oh, you're still a upper, aren't you?
Yeah, a little bit, quite quiet, but I can chat when I want to. But that also became almost like a superpower. So I believe that every young person has a talent. There's a job for every young person in the city. So my journey from school, I studied marketing.
Did you?
I studied marketing, and I started to temp or work in a software development house.
Wow.
And then from there, they saw talent in me. And then they trained me up. They trained me up to work in IT. So I did my Microsoft exams. I studied Unix, became a team leader, became a regional manager, and started to grow from there. So I did all my professional exams. So I didn't go to university, but it worked for me, actually. So I did and I enjoyed my job, and I enjoyed, the environment. And that's why I kind of champion that for young people as that pathway, that there's that as an option. There's university, there's apprenticeships, there's different ways that you can excel and live your life really to your fullest.
Yeah, because I feel like everyone just thinks there's that one set journey, right? You just go to uni, you get a job. But no, there's apprenticeships, there's other schemes now.
That's right.
Which is really, really nice.
Yes, it's nice to champion that.
Literally. But so you're working in tech?
Yeah.
Take us to the moment where urban synergy just came into your head.
Oh gosh!
Because was that moment where you're like, this needs to happen?
Yeah, it's there was this back in 2007. Everybody was just talking about young people and problems and where they are, and just talking about issues. And there was a lot of overrepresentation in all the wrong places. High unemployment rates is a massive concern, and maybe young people being excluded from opportunities, whether they're real but in general, exclusion was an issue. And then I remember the company where I worked at the time, they said, Leila, if there's exclusion, then there's no social mobility. I thought, okay. So the guys I work with said, what can we do, to make a difference and take action? He said, just stop talking about it and take action. So myself and lots of other like-minded people, the guys that I worked with, we all got together and said, okay, what can we do to open doors, to bring these young people into an environment so they can be inspired and get information so they can, get up, find a new pathway. And that's where it really came from. Youth crime was hitting a record high in 2007. And so we created a network, which was Urban Synergy, of relatable role models, those role models that came from the same schools as those young people. And those role models turned the dreams to reality for those young people from primary school age, because we work with young people from the age of 9 to 24. So at a really young age. Yeah, it's nice.
Do you know what's really nice is that you mentioned that it was also the guys that you worked with as well.
Yep. And I still work with them.
You still work with them now?
In the charity.
Oh,
Yeah, still
that's
work with them.
nice. So they what, since 2007?
Yeah, from before then, actually. I won't say how long.
Does that not just show
20
how
years.
amazing you are, though?
Yeah,
That
20
everyone
years.
sticks with you.
Yeah, it is amazing.
It's great.
I think they really believe in the mission. So it's not just me, it's actually the things that they can see, the difference that it's making to young people and their families. Yeah, it's been amazing.
So, before you went to Urban Synergy full time,
Yep.
you were still working in tech.
That's right.
So how did you kind of balance and manage the two? So kind of starting your own business in a way, because it's a charity, starting its own charity while also working your 9 to 5. How did you kind of like balance that and then also take that leap to just focus on charity?
It's amazing. So when I was working in technology, I found myself on talent programs. The company really invested in me, myself, and the role that I was in. And I think that gave me a platform to senior leaders on the work that I was doing. And that's why I'm a believer in being the best in whatever you do. So at the time, I focused on my work, but then in my spare time, I also did the charity. Not knowing that many years on, like today, those leaders that believed in the charitable work is really important, actually. It's good for everybody, and it's good for business to access talent, that are local to those businesses. So it got to a stage where, juggling everything. And then COVID happened as well. COVID actually happened. And then the senior leaders and the CEO at the time and the CTO, I was like, what are we going to do? We can't fundraise like how we used to, all these tough mudders and skydives and marathon runs that we used to do. We couldn't do it because we couldn't go out. So managed to get us a secondment. They said you need time, and it's really important, the work that you're doing in the community.
Yeah.
What can we do to support those young people? Yeah. Which was amazing. So they actually gave me a secondment for 3 years to scale the charity.
That's so nice.
I know, it's really amazing. No. It's really amazing. Yeah. So I know the power of, having mentors and, having people that have those powers to share those with other people. So it benefited Urban Synergy today. So I managed to get a secondment and grow the charity. And now we supported over 30,000 young people. So yeah, there's a lot of good people in the world.
There really are.
And they want to see a positive difference. And that positive difference from the CEOs, the role models, the mentors, the people that I worked with in my team that saw the potential in Urban Synergy have really propelled the charity to help thousands of young people. And I couldn't have done it alone. I've got an amazing team.
I want to talk about the team aspect later on as well. So from the early days until now of Urban Synergy, what were some pivotal moments in actually growing it? Because obviously you started in 2007. It's been, my last week, about 25 years, 28 years.
Oh no, it's kind of to 19 years.
19
years. 19 years.
Degree.
I know. It's okay. I know. Right about them. Yeah.
What were the pivotal moments in growing it?
Pivotal moments, I would say, is I think COVID was a pivotal moment. We found, there's a blueprint that actually works. We could see young people actually starting to secure work opportunities in the city, which was fantastic. But we didn't get any funding from, government or anywhere like that. We all self-funded the charities. So we used to fundraise ourselves and donate to the charity every month from our own pockets. Yeah. There's a community empowering ourselves. A lot of special people in the community that are really there for the young people, that believe in the young people and just want to support them to be their best selves. But when COVID happened, I got a phone call from one of the role models and they were so upset. They were like, what are we going to do now? What are you going to do now, Leila? I was like, with regards to funding, because we need funding because to do the DBS checks on, the role models and make sure everything's, a safe platform so we can, connect, work with young people. Safeguarding is really important. And I was like, he said to me, Urban Synergy should never be in this position. I was like, oh gosh. So the role models, actually, we all went back to our companies and said, can you help Urban Synergy?
Yeah.
And the companies actually got on board to sponsor the charity. Yeah, so nice. To keep us going. But there was a silver lining behind that because the senior leaders in all these companies in the city, like Goldman Sachs, Citibank, UK Power Networks, the London Stock Exchange, Salesforce, Dynamic Planner, SQS, yeah, all these amazing.
PwC and stuff.
PwC, yeah. Lots of these amazing, the role models worked in those companies. They championed us to the senior leaders and the senior leaders agreed.
Oh, that's so nice.
But it also opened up work opportunities. So like, okay, we'll give you work experience. And then when the young people did the work experience, it gave them a platform to shine.
Yes.
And then the company's like, you're amazing talent. Well, then they interviewed and got the jobs. So it was amazing. So Urban Synergy was a pivotal moment was because it opened up more doors. And then we saw young people securing jobs, which was amazing. And that's what we want.
So many of them in real life as well. Like got Angel,
that's
18 years old.
That's right.
Canary Wharf as a developer.
Software developer.
Just incredible talent.
Amazing. Female.
Yeah.
Like, exactly.
Yeah, so because I was going to say, like, as a charity who was fundraising yourself and everything, how did you actually go about the partnerships with all these big funds? But I guess that's how it happened, right? Because people believed in your vision.
They did.
Worked at these companies.
They did.
They championed it.
They did.
Companies were like, we're all on board.
That's right. So the role models from the community, they championed us. They got senior leaders believed in it. And then the senior leaders, the CEOs of those massive companies and the managing directors and the partners, they started to champion us. So it's this ripple effect, which has been amazing.
Yeah. Do you know what it is as well? I think it's also just your energy and how passionate you are about Urban Synergy. I think that ripples onto other people and they get that same buzz that you get about we want to help young people. And because obviously I think one of Urban Synergy's kind of slogans are talent is everywhere, but opportunities are not.
Correct.
And Urban Synergy is basically bridging that gap, right, between actually giving people who don't have the opportunities. And then they would, I don't know, what do you think their lives would end up like if they didn't have Urban Synergy? Sometimes
you don't know what your potential is. And I think that's happened even with myself. So they've told me, the guys I used to work with, you're going to end up, you should be doing Urban Synergy. This is actually you. I'm like, no. I'm just doing what you should be doing. If you can help somebody else, then you should do. But they were actually right. And then I meet, young people. I don't know, when you talk to them, I don't know if I should study law or be an actor. And they don't actually notice a lot of the people the role models we have, there's a link between the two, because sometimes lawyers are actually performers.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's nice being able to tell young people there's a connection there, at which you don't know. When you're young, you don't know what you don't know. So that's what Urban Synergy does. Like, connect young people with role models, someone who's done it before, showing them the way. And somebody said to me years ago, what else do you want in life? Somebody who's done it before showing you the way.
Yes, 100%. Like, I haven't even thought about the actor and lawyer thing.
Yeah, there's so many stories like that that we share with young people, and they're like, then they feel, I think that makes sense. And then we can say, oh, they're not aware that, sometimes they think to be a lawyer, you have to study law. You don't have to. No. You can do a 1-year conversion. Yeah. We've got pilots, we've got young people that are neurodiverse, and sometimes they think, oh, I can't be a pilot, but you could be an instructor and fly a plane because the pilots told them that information. And then young people who have failed, and then the feedback from the role models have said, well, continue, because actually when you apply maybe for the third time, that's actually a quality that the hiring person will see, because you persevere. So these are things that we share with young people to keep them going. And so it's a nice community.
It's so nice.
Positive. We're a good gang.
You really are. I mean, it's like a big family, honestly. Yeah. Like, I'm so grateful to just witness it all the time and everything. But I think what you just said as well, it's not just giving them the opportunities, but you're actually educating them and also instilling values.
Yes.
Because people just think, oh no, here's a working experience at PwC, do you want to have a week? It's not that. It's so much deeper than that.
It is.
And one thing I wanted to ask you, just slipped my mind, where did you kind of learn about, for example, with the pilot situation, where did you learn about how, I don't know, how the advice that you give about how you can, maybe be an instructor, or like, you don't need to have a law degree to have, because it's not just lawyers, there's so many degrees and different opportunities, like jobs out there.
Yes.
How are you able to kind of cater to each one and find out about the different journeys to go there and then advise young people?
It's the power of role models and the power of the network. Your network is your net worth. So that's what Urban Synergy is, a network of all different professions. Yeah. We have entrepreneurs in there that, can illuminate that pathway. If you want to be an entrepreneur, this is how you do it. We have pilots, lawyers, scientists, doctors. We've even had Usain Bolt. We've had, people from the chase. We've had all different professionals. Mm-hmm. Now, you're yourself, you've been around young people as well. So showcase, sometimes people have multiple, so they might have a profession, but they do something in their spare time as well. So these all show young people that, you can do many things, but, be your best self, really, and then can thrive. Best version of themselves.
Well-rounded as well.
Yeah, and it's actually valued in the workplace.
100%.
Because all people from different backgrounds can troubleshoot some of the world's toughest problems. And you need people who think differently to be able to do that.
100%. And also, like, I've noticed as well, one thing about me, even though I'm a yapper, I love speaking to people.
That's your strength.
I love all of that stuff. Yeah. One thing that I barely tell anyone, one of my biggest fears is public speaking, which is crazy. No one would ever think that. But I just, once I'm up there and I see all these people, I get so nervous.
Yeah.
But I look at all, like, the young people who are there, they're 16-year-olds, whatever, and they're speaking so confidently in front of everyone. Where does that confidence come from?
I think there's techniques on how you do things as well. So they've been coached and trained as well. So they watch role models and they think, oh my gosh, that's how you do it, and the role models will give them little techniques. Okay, do this. And I say, success is when preparation meets opportunity.
Yes.
So if you prepare and then you have to public speak, you show up more confidently. It's little things as well that young people don't know. And I asked them, I said, body language. So I said, what does action speaks louder than words? So all these are little tricks that if you're not told that, then you need that information so you show up the right way when you are doing public speaking, or when you're going for your interview, or if you're going into a room with very senior people. There's ways that you behave, but the role models show them how to adapt and show your best self in different environments. It's amazing. It's cute.
So vast. It's like the work that you're doing is so intricate as well.
Yes.
It's great. Honestly, I love this charity so much.
Yeah.
What we kind of You mentioned about how when you started Urban Synergy, it was with all the men that you worked with in tech, and they're still with you right now.
Yeah.
You've got them, you've got so many amazing people behind the scenes like Victoria,
Yes.
Dipti,
Yes.
Diane,
Yes.
all of these people, right? They've also stayed with, there's been such a longevity in your team.
Yeah.
Everyone is so passionate about what they do. Everyone's on it. As the CEO, first of all, how did you get this team together? And then how do you I guess the incentives there, right? Everyone wants to help young people, but how do you keep that? Everyone's so positive. It's just such a great team. It's like a family.
Yeah. I think we take people for who they are. And I believe everyone is special and everyone's precious. And it's a real community. We're all human beings. Treat people nicely. And I think that rubs off on the young people. They see that. And we're consistent. They're young people. They need trusted adults. So we're the consistent in their lives. And I think that adults see that as well. So some of the people, like you said, the guys I used to work with, like 20 years ago, a long time. I said that really quietly. Software developers, they're still on board now with Urban Synergy. They help us, with the technology that we bring in to provide a platform.
So they also use the software engineering kind of...
Yeah, their expertise, yeah. They just love to do the technical stuff. But it's technology with purpose. So, our corporate advisory board, the CEO, our first ambassador, he's still on board now, and he brings his network on board. So it's real community cohesion. Yeah. It's not just a tick box, It's not just a social mobility tick box, which you hear. We're actually social mobility in action, but we're consistent in the young person's life. So because we've been going for so long, we're embedded in the community. Yeah. So the young people we've known from primary school, when they get a bit older, they're like, I need a bit of help. And they know Urban Synergy. We're trusted. The teachers know us. The parents know us. They come back. How can we connect them with a mentor? The mentor gives them the skills. Yeah, the skills they need, get help, make sure they've got a CV, make sure they share their presentation and mock interview skills. But we open doors, so we connect them with work experience opportunities, and that help propels them. They can put that on their CV. And some of these companies are massive. So if you can get some of, like the London Stock Exchange on your CV, or the Goldman Sachs on your CV, or the Salesforce on your CV, that opens doors for young people when they're going for careers in the city. It's amazing.
That's amazing. I mean, kind of like moving on to you as a CEO, you see the public side. So you're always talking about these amazing events, you're meeting all these cool people, you're giving all these speeches. What is it like behind the scenes? Are there any kind of struggles that we don't see in the public? Because you are running this whole organization, right? It's huge.
Struggles. I think initially people didn't know, or the public didn't know, we were a charity. So I had to raising awareness is really important. I thought many years ago, in the beginning, you could write a funding application and they'll see the work that you're doing and access funding. It didn't work like that. No. It's maybe because there's so many causes out there. What I noticed is we had to make sure we raised the profile of our work so people could see the impact that we were making. So raising the profile is really important.
How did you go about doing that?
With people like you, with your superpower. Yeah. So we raise the profile. Maybe it's just getting that recognition and make sure we're showcasing that so people can find us and invest, in the next generation. So we can support, and if people want to donate and join, the rest of us in helping the charity with funds, so we can do those DBS checks and safeguarding and manage those relationships. It's really important. We're risk adverse. So it's really important that how we manage the charity is done. We've had no incidents, so we want to keep it like that.
Sure, because like you said, consistency as well.
Consistency is really important. So we want to be a charity, a gift that keeps giving, help generations of young people. Yeah, so your children, grandchildren can see all these positive role models as they grow up, and
So it's good. Like you said earlier, your network is your net worth. And when you're surrounded by all this hustleness and drive and determination, it just makes you that person as well, which is great.
Yeah.
So nice. What does the day in the life look like for you?
Busy. Yeah, it's busy. So it's, I suppose, the good thing is we get introduced to a lot of maybe leaders who can help us and support us. So day in the life would be, okay, who are we going to speak to now? You know, how can they help young people? How can we work together to provide opportunities to young people to see them thrive? And it's it's a really positive space to be in. Day in the life of is working with people that want to make a difference and support young talent to come through, which is fantastic. What else can we want? Perfect.
Do you have like a specific like schedule during the day, or is it every day is different, right?
Yeah, so in the day, wake up, breakfast, tea, coffee, talk to the team, see what's going on, how do we support each other, and then it's kind of outreach, and just checking. And then some of the times I hear in the charity some amazing stories coming back. I'm like, oh, okay, that's great. How are we capturing that success story? How do we make sure that gets out? So we have to keep on challenging ourselves to keep on sharing that information rather than, that was great. Yeah, what can we do? Let's do more.
And everyone's on it. Like every single person on the team, they've got that same drive, and
that's right.
Everyone's it's great.
Yeah.
Out of interest, I mean, we just had the golf day last week, right? Which was incredible, the charity golf day. You've had sports days coming up.
Oh yes,
all these different amazing cool events. Could you quickly just like kind of list a couple of them out, just so everyone kind of is aware of the types of charity like events,
the things that we do,
and then also how do you go about organizing them, and how do those ideas come to your head? Because they're so much fun, and they always do so well. That I think last year for golf day, I don't know about this year, but we raised £25,000 last year.
That's right. It's
that one day, and
it's £35,000.
This year.
Wow. I can give you a high five. That's excellent. I know. Wow. I know. Doing good feels good, right?
Always.
And you saw on the golf course, we had FTI Consulting there, SQS there, London Stock Exchange there. Baku supported us. It's
and the vibes were so good. Everyone was in such good mood. We had to get
Irish Wealth Management. Give that call out to them. They're new to the family. So we work at all levels in the community. And I believe, because some people, golf. I was like, no. If our young people are working in the city, they can do all the things that city people do.
Of course.
And it's a sport.
Of course.
Yes, it's a sport.
Because I think, especially with golf, it's seen as kind of like a high-class sport. They kind of think, it's a bit out of reach. If they're actually in that environment, they're like, no, I can do this as well. Why can't I?
That's right. Well, nothing should be out of reach if you want to do it.
Oh, God, I can't believe £35,000.
I know, it's good.
The heart's going like this.
I know, it's good, isn't it? We can do so much with that. Yeah, so much. It all contributes to our bigger mission. We've got a big goal to hit.
We're going to talk about Lightbulb. Okay. I'm so excited.
I know.
Oh my God. You'll surpass it. But yeah, how do you go about organising or like coming up with these event ideas?
Okay.
Because you've also done the Santa run as well.
Oh, that's right. Santa in the City.
Yeah, Santa in the City, yeah.
Yeah, because, there's Oliver Wyman did a report. It's called One City, Two Worlds. And it's kind of like two worlds in one city. So you've got young people behind the school gates and you've got young people in the city. But how do those young people get across that bridge and access? There's lots of jobs there, lots of careers, but they're not aware of those opportunities. And that's what Urban Synergy does. It bridges that gap. We're the platform in the middle so young people can transition. But it's in different ways. So it's not, mentoring and role models, these are kind of formal words, but actually it's a space that we all need to grow and explore and find our paths. And that's what Urban Synergy does. So with the sport, it's kind of that informal networking space. So I think everyone knows about academics, young people, in schools, they talk about academics, academic attainment, go to college, go to university. But there's more to achieving your fullest potential. It's not just academics. It's all the soft skills that you need. And with those sports and those activities that we do, they develop those essential skills. Yeah. So that's why we do them. It builds confidence. They learn new rules. They see new environments, and it develops essential soft skills. Yeah, and they meet new networks in that space as well. and they see different opportunities there. So that's why we do the extracurricular activities, because it creates a positive peer network informally. Similarly, like in the workplace when they have team building events or, they have informal networks in the city, in the companies. It's the same thing. So we're providing an informal network for those young people to develop those essential skills. Yeah. And it gives them, raises their self-esteem. And when you do things like those extracurricular activities, it's good for your well-being.
Yes.
It's really important that you, they understand it's not just work. You need an outlet, something that you're enjoying and achieving. For young people to, feel to grow. Yeah, so that's why we do it.
Hard. That's what I think.
That's right.
It's like an urban synergy. That's kind of like
that's right.
The value that everyone has.
That's
we
right.
Work hard, we get the work done.
It's called community. That's right. It's community cohesion. That's what the golf day does. We've got a football tournament coming up, the Cloud Cup with Microsoft and Google. With 20 to 24 teams are going to be playing.
How did you get Microsoft and Google? Sorry to interrupt you, but how did you get Google and Microsoft?
They found us. It's all there. They found us and again made us a chosen charity. Anyone who wants to make us a chosen charity, make Urban Synergy your chosen charity, please. Yeah, it works. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Incredible. So excited. But yeah, going back to what you said about your mission and everything like that. So far, you've helped over 30,000 young people. Like, that's unreal. Absolutely unreal. In 19 years, 13,000 young people. Please, can you share one or two success stories that still gives you goosebumps? Because we've met so many, right?
Yeah.
Chibi, you've got Angel just shouting at random people, Jaden Black, you've got Awa, you've got so many young people, and they've still, they've still got that drive and determination now.
That's right.
And then they've secured that job.
Yes.
They still want to improve, and I just adore every single person. But if you've got a couple of success stories that you want to share.
Yeah, and those young people, they're working in Bloomberg, Howard's cybersecurity, Angel working in Thomson Reuters as a developer. We've got so many stories. You're actually really right. Working in London Stock Exchange, working in Goldman, they're doing FTI consulting. These are real good careers, okay, for young people. But I think for me, because we've been going for so long, we've been able to see young people that we've known from primary school working in the city. I think that shows the blueprint and the model really works. It really does work. They just need a platform to shine and be made aware of those opportunities. So it's nice. I think for me, those are the stories that make it really powerful, and we just need to be doing more of it. Let's do more. Connect more young people with those opportunities so they can access fulfilling careers that they enjoy. They enjoy it there.
They do, 100%. And I think what's so nice as well with Urban Synergy is that you always have the alumni. They always come back. They've secured their jobs and they've grabbed all the opportunities or whatever. They always come back, whether it's to share stories or to still get involved in all these days. It just shows the community aspect to it as well. Yeah.
And I always to say, the company where I used to work, where that underrepresentation was being seen, to see girls now working in that same company in technology, that was it really. That shows the model works, because that's what the mission was about. It was, giving other young people to address the underrepresentation in the workplace, that gap where they need to see that talent coming through is now coming through. So, I just want to see more of that.
Because it also inspires young girls as well, because they see, oh, wait, girls are like doing developing and that kind of thing. For example, Angel now, there's probably young people who've seen her and spoken to her and they're like, oh my God, she's a girl.
Yeah.
She's a young Black woman in tech. I can do it too.
That's right. That's what happens. If you can do it, I can do it too. Which is amazing. That's what they told me. I'm like, oh, wow. That's good.
Honestly, I think that nicely leads us on to the mentoring scheme.
Yeah.
So what about the mentoring scheme especially is so powerful and makes the charity so unique?
I think it's important that if you don't know what you don't know, that's a massive problem. So we connect young people with, if they want to go into a certain career or have interests, we kind of match young people with, those professions. So if they're interested in law, if they're interested in being a doctor, if they're interested in being whatever profession is, an accountant, that becomes really powerful. But they are relatable role models as well.
And some people of colour as well.
Yes, people of colour. it's people of colour. But the other funniest thing, I must say, we had a young boy who said, yeah, my mentor, he's my G. And I'm thinking, who's he talking about? I had to look it up. And he's actually a senior leader that works, he works at Moody's in Canary Wharf.
Wow.
He's a very senior person. Yeah. And the connection was, they both were interested in history. So it's like, he's always got my back. But they got a bond. So not from the same background, actually, they're actually polar opposites. But there's a connection with maybe hobbies or interests, which made it really special, actually. So I think, and like I said, from well-being perspective, that's really good to have somebody to talk to. But you can somebody that's non-judgmental, someone who's done it before, showing you the way, someone achieved in a career that you're interested in. So it's almost like therapy in a way. How did you do that? I don't think I can do it. Yes, you can. If somebody tells you, yes, you can, and they've done it, you start to believe that. So it's like, okay, everyone, other people will say, oh, no, I can't do this. My mentor said I can. And then off they go. And we've seen that. We've seen young people securing those jobs because they've got a network around them saying, try this, do that, maybe make that tweak there. Don't worry about this, And then they've soared. Yeah.
Do you know what it is? It's like with Urban Synergy, because you've got that, the mentors, for example, saying, I believe in you, just having someone older than them who believes in them in the place that they want to be and just providing these opportunities. Do you think sometimes there's like a misconception with, this is just me playing devil's advocate, that Urban Synergy just gives them job opportunities? They just like, oh, there's a role here, you guys come in.
Yeah, it probably is, but
that's not the case.
That's not the case. No.
The case is that
the talent is there.
Yeah, the talent is there.
Yeah.
These are the opportunities. This is the process that you go through.
That's
so ultimately, it's up to the children themselves, the young people. They're the ones who actually have that. Yeah. And Urban Synergy has been that stepping stone and like that help along the way.
That's right. They still have to interview for the job.
Yeah.
They still have to do that themselves. But we're almost like, your parents would support you in a way, make sure you're prepared behind the scenes. So we kind of just, did that information so they become aware of the opportunity and make sure they're confident. Confidence is so important. And if you haven't been in that environment before, it's quite intimidating because you don't know if you're going to feel accepted. So the fact that you have all these role models, not only those who look like them, but it's people who care from different backgrounds, or it's like a village, it's, I call it the good gang, remember, that are all there just for them. Not because they're paid, not because they're just there just for them. It's actually, it does something internally for that young person, that they believe in me. I can do this because they've been told you can do this.
Of course they can.
Yeah. Going into those different places, the golf course or into the city or going into a law firm, those are all new things. New things can be quite scary. Change is scary. Failure is scary. But if you have people around you saying, I failed. Yeah. Some people I've heard first attempt in learning, fail. Yeah. I've also been told, but the role models have said to the young people, fail fast. So if you fail, get up, keep going. Get up, keep going. All those things are coping mechanisms that you're sharing. And Urban Synergy is, I've learned things, lots of captains of industry, they have mentors, they have coaches, they have opportunities. We're just doing the same thing for young people, to do the same thing. And we've seen how those captains of industry navigate. Yeah. We're giving the young people those same opportunities and they thrive exactly the same. It's nice to see it.
So nice. It's so fulfilling as well, isn't it?
It is.
Every single young person that I've ever met in Urban Synergy, whether they've just been introduced to Urban Synergy as well, it's just that drive in them.
Yeah.
Like I remember we did those mock interviews about a year ago.
Oh, yes, in the school.
Honestly,
hundreds of young people.
Yeah, so good. Yeah. This little girl called Grace.
Yeah.
And just the drive in her eyes. And just, I want to take my mom on holiday. That's my dream. I just need to take her on holiday. There was other children who they've come from like a single mother household and they've got about 9 siblings and mom's struggling and he's just like, I just want to earn so much money that my mom never
it's cute. I know it's cute, isn't it? Yeah, I know. They want to help their families.
I know.
Yeah.
It's so nice. They're
do.
not surrounded by that kind of. They're not aware of these things. It's no one's fault. It's
That's
just
right.
that the opportunities have never been there for them.
That's right.
It's just the best thing ever.
I know.
Oh my gosh. What does impact look like to you beyond the statistics and the numbers?
Yeah. I mean, behind every statistic and number, there's a young person that has a dream. Which is cute. Yeah. So impact is, like you said, you've spoken to those young people that want to help their families. So if you can, when we started the charities, if you can help one young person, I've heard a lot of people saying that's amazing. But I think we just want to have a happier community. I think we can do so much more. And we've got a network of people that want to do so much more.
Yeah.
I think that's the impact we want to drive for. So if we can actually increase that reach to mobilize that talent, I think that's the impact, because we can do it. So let's all work together. We found a model that works, and let's see if we can really grow that ripple effect, so we can have so it becomes more fluid. We can help thousands of young people. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? Because there's lots of people that want to help in the city. There's so much volunteering time. But all those companies have employees there that want to make a difference. Let's see if we can unleash all those volunteers to empower all those amazing young talents on the fingertips of the city.
Yeah.
That will be impact.
So nice. I think I was speaking to somebody from Urban Synergy, and they work in the city now, and they were saying how the school that they grew up in was so rough that their crowd that they were with, all their friends and everything, they are now, into knife crime and that kind of thing, because they didn't make use of opportunities, or they didn't have it.
Yeah,
so this is actually, it's such a nice steer.
It doesn't make sense to me. I feel really sad. That's the thing.
He even said that he would be part of that if it wasn't for Urban Synergy. That's what his words were.
Yeah, because young people are really vulnerable. They're vulnerable. Young people are vulnerable. And if you don't see the networks that you're exposed to, those are the things that inspire you or can pull you in the wrong direction. So Urban Synergy needs to be part of that positive network, so they become inspired on a different pathway. But it's actually essential, because they are very impressionable, and young people want a decent lifestyle. So if you see a car, then that's what you're going to be inspired by, because you want that lifestyle. But if we've got role models who are working well, thriving, traveling around the world, working in nice places, or even entrepreneurs as well, if you can showcase to young people there's that pathway, we need to be doing more of that, because I think people can forget behind the school gate, the schools are really crowded. They're focusing on, helping the young people be academically achieving, but you need a network as well on the other side for you to connect to those work opportunities. And that's what Urban Synergy does. So the school does the academics, and then we provide the network of those soft skills and those additional pathways to stable, to careers. That's what we do. Yeah.
We mentioned it a bit earlier as well about the mission.
Yeah.
So by 2027, we want to reach about 50,000 young people.
Yeah.
What's driving that ambition at the moment?
50,000 smiling faces. We found a model that works. We've got the blueprint, and we've seen young people from primary school access city jobs. We work with companies that have asked for young people that are not in education or NEET, that given young people opportunities, and they've thrived in the workplace. We just want to do more of that. It's kind of our next. It's transformational change we're going for. So, if we want to help one young person, that is great. But how can we help community of young people to excel and thrive? And it's a great mission to have. If anybody wants to join us and provide opportunities, let's do something amazing.
100%.
Let's really.
Personally,
Yes.
I think we can surpass the 50,000.
Yeah, why not?
Right?
Let's go for it.
Because there's no limits.
That's right. That's right.
We can do it.
Yeah, it's whoever wants to come on board. Let's go past that. I agree with you. Yeah.
What's your dream for young people who come through Urban Synergy for the next 10 years?
Oh, wow. Dream for young people. It's a gift that keeps giving. It can help generations of young people. So those young people, they were thriving. They give back. They go back to their schools. They help others. And as they get older, their children can benefit from urban synergies, role models and mentors. And it's a cycle which is sustainable. So that's the dream for young people in urban synergy.
If urban synergy didn't exist, if you didn't have that spark idea in 2007, where do you think the UK would be right now?
Missing out on a lot of talent.
As simple as that. Genuinely.
It doesn't make sense.
I know. Do you know what it is as well? At the beginning, when you were explaining about how you started this in 2007 because of underrepresentation and missed opportunities, the fact that that's still such a big thing now, and you took the leap back then, 19 years ago.
Yeah. They say 1 in 5 young people in London are unemployed. 1 in 5 young people in London are unemployed.
And young people has been up until 24 years old.
Up to 24.
Wow.
That's unacceptable. But we can do something about it. Let's do something about it. Yeah.
What do you want your legacy to be and Urban Synergy's legacy?
Oh, gosh. The legacy for Urban Synergy is a charity that can help generations of young people. It's a sustainable charity that can help generations of young people. Those big charities that have been there for years? Yeah, we want it to be one of those charities that can help generations of young people. That's the dream. Yeah. And they can reach their dreams.
Of course.
Yeah. Happier communities, people know. Yeah. For me, it's been really nice because I've been walking in the city. I've seen our alumni there. And I've been walking locally in London, and then I see young people that will call you out. And that was the thing I wanted it to be. So it's real community.
Yeah.
It's not like, I don't know that young person, or it's like we should be knowing our young people to be able to help them and have a platform to help them as well.
100%. Yeah. Do they feel like all like your children?
Yeah, definitely.
Thriving in the city.
Yeah, but it's not just me. I mean, I think everybody. I think you said you feel the same about them. They're really protective about
all their names. I remember all their
names. Yeah, you remember all their names, and I remember all your names. We had a young man who completed his degree apprenticeship at Capgemini. He probably knows who I'm talking about. I know. And he was saying he was asking for, Dr. Keith Davidson, he called him the equalizer. He said he helped him in school. He's struggling a bit, but Keith Davidson helped him to support him on that journey in school. He said, "How is he?" And then he's like in early 20s now, and you remembered him from when he was 14. Wow. And he called up last week saying, "How is Keith Davidson? How is how is?" And that's amazing. That's amazing. They really appreciate that.
They really do. Every single event that we've gone through, even you remember the New Year's parade?
Yes, New Year's Day parade.
So much fun. That was so good.
Yeah.
All of these events, I'll usually meet an alumni, and that every single time, or even if they're giving a speech to everybody else, they always say, "I would never be here without Urban Synergy." They're so grateful. Yeah. Even the fact that they came along to the event, it just shows how much Urban Synergy has just touched them. And it's a family.
Yeah, it is. Definitely. Made up of all these different amazing people.
Of course.
Yeah.
Especially you.
Oh, yeah, of course. We're teamwork, dreamwork.
For someone who sees a problem in the world and they want to do something about it, like how you did with Urban Synergy and the lack of opportunities and things like that, what advice would you give to them to make that first move?
Just do it. I think you have to explore. Be bold, be brilliant and brave. That's what I told the young people. Yeah. Just do it, even if it starts with something small. And actually, what I should say with the charity, when I thought about, okay, what can we do to help young people? I actually did research first. So I actually looked to see if it's been done before, actually.
Right.
So check to see if it's been done before. If it is, join it. Then you can build on that. Okay. If it hasn't been done before in a different way, then find out, get yourself a mentor. They'll show you the way.
Mm-hmm.
Top tip.
Who was your mentor, Libby?
Oh my gosh.
You mentioned it a bit.
I did. Actually, I had... it's a funny journey that was, because many years ago I said, everyone's my mentor. And then until one of the mentors came back and told me this mentoring really works. Yeah. I thought, I need my own mentor. So one of the most senior women, Susan Taylor Martin, was one of my first mentors. Big up Susan Taylor Martin. Yeah.
That's something. Oh, this is the personal habit mantra question. I can ask it. You don't have to answer.
What's that one? You go on.
What's a personal habit or mantra that's kept you grounded over the years?
Well, like roller skating. Sorry. Yeah, sometimes I put my headphones on, go skate in the park, backwards, just to take time out. Yeah, keep me grounded. And my I can roller skate, backwards roller skate, and my team keep me grounded. Yes, sometimes I've got a lot of energy, and I'll be like, Lena, how are we going to do that? They keep me grounded and focused.
If Ep36 had a theme song, what theme song would it be?
Man in the mirror. I'm talking about the man in the mirror. Oh yeah, I don't really change his ways. I don't know. Listen, no. Want him in the world, a better place.
Take a look at yourself
and make that change. Sorry, look, I can't sing in the charity. I've been told I can't sing in the charity. One of the guys I used to work with, he said, no, I did not sign up for that. He would leave. I don't believe he would leave, though, really.
I like your energy to sing. Go for it. Okay, so for anyone who's been inspired by listening to Urban Synergy and the mission and everything that it entails, how can they get involved and help?
Make us your chosen charity.
And how did you go about this? Because I didn't know how to actually go about this. I asked you this on the journey here. So how do you make someone your chosen charity? What does that mean?
Well, if you don't know, here's an easy one. Go to Urban Synergy website, put contact us. I'd like to make you your chosen charity. However, how you can really do that is in the organizations where you work, you can put us forward as a chosen charity. And then sometimes the companies will fundraise for you. You might do a cake bake, you might do a marathon run. So if you work for a marathon runner, you're looking for a charity to support, Urban Synergy. If you want to do a cake bake, Urban Synergy. If you want to do a salsa party and fundraise, Urban Synergy. If you want to do a football tournament, Urban Synergy.
Okay.
If you want to do payroll giving, Urban Synergy. If you want to, that's it. Anything, Urban Synergy.
So you basically just want to promote it like that. Make it in the background saying that, for example, with the baking, that's such a good example. A little cake bake
competition. They've done that. Best
the money's going to charity. Oh, what charity is it? It's
Urban Synergy.
What's Urban Synergy?
Yep, Youth Empowerment Social Mobility Charity. Help the little people in the world. Help them to thrive. Come on. We can do this. We can do this. Without even spending any money. If you haven't got any money, I understand times are hard. There you go. You can just say, there you go.
Talk about it. You can just talk about it.
Talk about it. Find us, like, share.
Follow.
Yeah, follow.
Social media.
That's it.
Follow.
There you go. urbansynergy.com on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn.
I think you're on TikTok as well, right?
Yeah, TikTok. Yeah, we're on TikTok. We need to build that up more.
Good. Thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah. I've done my profile raising for young people for the day. Yeah, sharing all their successes has to be done.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
I'm so glad to know you. I think the second I met you, I just knew, just your heart, your energy, your spirit. You're such an amazing person, that's genuinely.
Good. Yeah, nice.
I'm so glad to know you. You've got a heart of gold, and I think the proof is in the pudding. Everybody adores you. The longevity of all your teams, they stay together. How the young people speak about you, whether they're alumni and they're in their late 20s, 30s, or when they're little children.
Yeah.
Everyone adores you. Thank you so much for all the work that you're doing for young people, bridging that gap, creating opportunities. Yeah. You're the best.
Let's continue to fight for them. They're amazing. Yeah. They deserve it.
They do.
Yeah.
Thank you for giving the opportunity to them.
You're welcome. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. That's good.
Coming on.
Thank you.
Yes.
So you did your bit.
I'm going to shout out two people. David Craig and the London Stock Exchange.
Yeah.
Because that longevity there, these are huge names, right?
Yeah.
And that longevity, how did you go about that? How have you gone about getting them on board with Urban Synergy? And also, it's still long lasted. LSEG have worked with you for ages.
And they still do.
They still do.
Yeah, Thomson Reuters still do.
Thomson Reuters, and they all come to the events as well.
Yeah.
For the golf day, Craig was there in person.
That's right, yeah.
How has that impacted Urban Synergy?
Massive. David Craig, London Stock Exchange, David Schwimmer. These are leaders in the city.
Huge people.
Yeah, CEOs.
Like you.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we're all CEOs. But it's amazing how we bring those communities together. It's really important. So they lead by example. Other companies see that, and it creates a ripple effect in the city. Then we have leaders in the community as well, the entrepreneurs. Like Anthony Graham runs his own solicitors firm, been supporting urban synergy from the beginning. These are role models to the young people in the community that you can be entrepreneurial. We also have celebrities as well that have and names. We've had, John Conte was at the last golf day.
Yes, he's lovely.
Sol Campbell came down to a primary school. We've had Andy Cole that's been in a role model seminar. We've had Usain Bolt that met one of our young people that was excelling in school in the Mayfair, and he came in the lift and the kids were like, wow, this is Usain Bolt. What Urban Synergy is doing is bringing all these communities together because we're all human beings, but it's really inspirational. And what it's removing barriers. It's showing them that there's no limit. Actually, the limit might even be yourself. So it's just empowering for that young person that they can really dream and achieve their dreams. It's amazing. So a big shout out to all the role models.
Peter Andre as well, right?
And Peter Andre as well. Peter Andre, as well. So who knows if there's any celebrities out there or, CEOs that want to join the mission, just reach out. Yeah.
Because I think as well, the young people, they see, they're in the same room as this person. Yeah. That person can do it, I can do it. And even if they've not necessarily come from Urban Synergy, just having those empowering words from them and that kind of thing just inspires them.
Big time.
You're just the best. You know that.
All together. I never take it all myself. It's all together.
Leila.
Yeah, it's true. I know.
You're amazing. But thank you so much for watching, everyone.
Thank you.
If you want to donate, this is the link. It'll be on the screen somewhere. I'll put it in the description everywhere. Even if you can't donate, like Leila said, make Urban Synergy your
chosen charity.
Your chosen charity. Get the word out, speak to people about it. You can follow, like, share anything. Any little sort of interaction with the charity would mean everything and would help so much. This is a charity that genuinely I've seen the behind the scenes and the people, and it's just the most high vibrational, happy, positive, hustler environment, and I will forever scream and shout its name. I'm genuinely. I love it so much. It means so much to me because you can see the impact.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a charity where you can physically see the impact over the years.
It's that homegrown talent.
Talent. It's long lasting.
Yeah,
it's great.
Yeah, and it's a ripple effect.
Yeah, it really is.
Thank you, Garima. Yes, so amazing. Much. Thank you. Thank you, listeners. Yeah.